Imagine a spectator cutting a secret number of cards from the deck, and then the magician, without even seeing those cards, being able to reveal the exact number. This is mind-boggling. This is CoachTrick. Welcome back to another CoachTrick tutorial. Today's effect turns simple numbers into jaw-dropping magic, and despite its amazing impact, it's a self-working wonder, can be performed with a shuffle deck and requires no prior setup. Remember, learning magic is a fantastic way to sharpen your skills and spark success in all areas of life, so be sure to join us to the end. Okay, let's jump into it. Grab a deck and let's go. Okay, so as ever, let's kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself. Now, this is going to be a demonstration of your remarkable ability to read the cards. And we're going to start with a shuffled deck. So you can just hand the cards to a spectator. They can give those a shuffle. They can shuffle the cards as much as they like. They really are mixed. With that done, you're now going to turn away so that you can't see anything that's going on. And you're going to ask the spectator just to take the deck and to cut off a good portion of cards. Now, it's a totally free choice, but we want a good chunk, so more than 10 cards. So let's say the spectator cuts the cards just about here. You're now going to ask the spectator to count how many cards they've cut from the deck, but to do this silently so that only they know the number. So in this instance, they'll count their cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And the spectator has cut 24 cards. We now want to mix things up even further. So with yourself still looking away, you're now going to ask the spectator to take this number and to add the two digits together in order to generate a new number, and then to deal that many cards back onto the deck. So in this instance, the spectator has 24 cards. That's 2 and 4, that's 6. So the spectator is going to deal 6 cards back to the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course, they'll do that silently so that you can't hear. You can now ask the spectator just to place the rest of the deck to the side, as we no longer need those cards. Now finally, you're going to ask the spectator to cut a small pack of cards from their remaining cards here. Now again, it's a totally free choice, but this time say less than 10 cards. So let's say the spectator cuts this many cards just about here, then ask them to take those cards and to place them out of sight so that nobody can see them. At this point, you can now turn back around and quickly recap exactly what's happened. From a shuffled deck, the spectator has cut a totally random number of cards, and from those cards has cut another number of cards which are now hidden. There is absolutely no way that you could know how many cards the spectator has cut from the deck or how many cards are now hidden. It is totally random. However, you're now going to attempt to determine exactly how many cards the spectator is hiding simply through decoding the values of the remaining cards just here. So you're now going to take the cards just here and turn them face up to display their faces. With that done, you're now just going to look through the cards and attempt to interpret their values. Now usually it's the picture cards that can tell us the most. Now this is interesting because actually here we can see we have a pair of jacks and a pair of kings. So we have 4 picture cards in general. That tells us the spectator probably has an even number of cards. And the fact that we have 2 pairs probably tells us it's a middle number, something like a 6. So you can explain to the spectator that you think they are holding 6 cards. With that done, you can now ask the spectator to bring their cards into view and for the first time to count them aloud to the table. Prepare for them to be blown away as they reveal that they are indeed holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, exactly matching your prediction. A super clever effect that's also super easy to perform, so stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this miracle. Now, you really do start with a shuffled deck. The spectator can shuffle the cards as much as they like. That all adds to the impact. With yourself looking away, you're now going to ask the spectator to take the deck and to cut off a random number of cards. Now, it's a totally free choice, but we need them to cut more than 10 cards. So ask them to cut quite a good number of cards. Let's say they cut the deck just here. Ask the spectator now to count how many cards they've cut from the deck. So in this instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Ask the spectator now to take that number and to add the 2 digits together in order to get a new number, and then to deal that many cards back on top of the deck. So in this instance, 23, that's 2 and 3 is 5. So the spectator will deal back 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the remaining pack, you're now going to ask the spectator to cut a small pack of cards. Now this time we want them to cut less than 10 cards. So just a small pack, but again, it's a totally free choice. Let's say they cut the cards just here. Ask them to take those cards and to hide them so that nobody can see. You're now going to turn back around and take the remaining pack just here. Now you're going to say that you're going to look through these cards in order to interpret their values to work out how many cards the spectator is holding. But here's actually what you're going to do. You're actually going to secretly just count the number of cards in this pack. So in this instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You're now going to take the total number of cards you've just counted here and reduce it to a single digit key number. So if you've counted less than 10 cards, you already have your single digit key number. If you've counted 10 or more cards though, so in this instance 11, you're now going to add the 2 digits of your number together. So 1 and 1 in this instance is 2. 2 is going to be my key number. You're now going to subtract your key number from the number 9 in order to determine how many cards the spectator is hiding. So in this instance, 9 minus 2 is 7. I now know the spectator is hiding 7 cards. All of that, of course, is done under the illusion of interpreting the faces of the cards here. And you can make up any story that you like about these cards, the more imaginative the better, in order to reveal your prediction. Now, just one more note, if you count 18 cards here, add those 2 digits together, 1 and 8, that equals 9. 9 subtracted from 9 is 0. In that instance, that means the spectator is holding 9 cards. With that done, all that's left to do now is to explain to the spectator how many cards you believe they're holding, in this instance 7 cards. And now they can bring their cards into view, and for the first time they can count them aloud to the table. And cue the amazement as they reveal they are indeed holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, exactly matching your prediction. And there you have it. Remember, beyond the cards, learning magic helps build confidence, sharpens your problem-solving skills, and inspires creative thinking, tools that can elevate your success in all areas of life. So keep practicing, keep growing, and most importantly, keep sharing the wonder. Thanks for joining me today. Until next time, keep the magic alive and take care.